Welcome to the climb at Glendora Mountain, looping from Azusa, California, over the mountain, inland over the mountain, and returning down the mountain to Glendora, California. Very, very short ride today, 28.5 miles. But great little ride because we do a big thing. In that very short distance, we climb 3,600 feet. Plus a lot of hill riding through here. This is an old recreational area. Contains several big lakes. They've been dry for years. But due to 2017 winter rains, should be full of water. First time I've ever seen it this way. We also had a major bridge repair that shut this route down for 2 years, I think. So it's been a while since we've been here. I miss this ride because it just has all those qualities you love in a bike ride. You could literally do this ride on a summer's day at 5 p.m. to maybe 8 p.m. if you really wanted to. 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is October 7th, I think. Saturday, Sunday, 8th. So late season, getting dark around 6:45 p.m. So we're starting it around 2 p.m. The ride can be done within 3 hours, certainly. I think it can. But the climb itself is about an hour. We don't go very far in that hour, but straight up. And there's a river with water in it. Wow. So we started this ride from Azusa, California. Azusa Boulevard turns into Highway 39. I come up into the canyon here a ways, get clear of all the houses. It's a nice complex on the left side with shade for preparation. Canyon doesn't look like much when you're standing outside of it. It looks flat and like a barrier. It cuts through. Just keeps cutting and jagging through. with a good amount of climbing, just rolling around here. There's a dam up high. San Gabriel Mountains. It's called the San Gabriel Canyon Road, I think. So if you're looking for this loop, it'll be called Azusa San Gabriel Mountains Loop, Glendora Mountain Loop. You can also climb Glendora Mountain from the other side. It's quite nice where I climb from Mount Baldy Village. But to get there, you have to ride up Mount Baldy Road from the bottom. There are two tunnels. They're really, really dangerous. No room inside the tunnel for a bicycle, just two cars. So if you're in that tunnel and two cars enter with you, you will not come out in very good shape. Once you climb to Baldy Village, turn left, where the road is called. It then ascends to a beautiful, totally isolated area. And ends up cresting on Glendora Mountain, a location we're going to cross during this ride. It tees off with this ride, and both rides join and descend together. So if you're feeling brave on those two tunnels, I highly recommend the other ascent. Be careful. For the first week of October, it's quite warm out. I'm right about 9 miles in to a corner, past a lake, and then turn right at a bridge, past another lake. See a lot of old recreational areas here. There's the dam, spillway. We'll go about maybe 5 miles in that direction, and then the road will apparently end. Just abruptly stop. You look to your right, and there's the Glendora Mountain Road. And it's just mean and nasty and steep and abrupt. And that's how we get out. It's a Sunday, but not too much traffic after Labor Day. It really is a lovely area out here, especially as we get further in. These old recreational parks with some commercial, some, I don't know if there's lodging or not, but maybe it looks like around 50 years ago this was the thing. Come up here with your family in your car and spend the day there. I think most people probably took this road in and out. Glendora is a twisty mess. that Lower Lake Dam. And that beautiful lake full of water. Can't tell you how nice that looks. I've been here in years when there's virtually no water here. Just a marsh. It is glorious. Just beautiful. A pristine private lake. Apparently no recreation. And the road just bends around it. No loitering, no trespassing. Don't see any boats out there. Don't see a boat launch. Don't see a park on the lake. So maybe it's a water reserve. In that case, it's kind of sad for 8 years to sit there during the drought and have no water in it. I know for a fact that the second lake somewhere along there has recreation. Then it has a tributary river above it, more or less inland. And as we go along that area today, just before we finish this road, before our climb, we'll see these recreational parks along that river. Wow, what a sight. Glistening, dark green water. Gorgeous. Some nice vistas here, though. There's big cutouts. You can, I guess, come and have a picnic lunch and look at the lake. What you need is like a park down low. Don't see it on this lake. There are the remnants of the marsh, all the trees, which grew for so many years by themselves. Now they're standing pretty tall and they're sticking up through the lake, even though the lake's fairly high. Not full by any means, but maybe 3/4 full. Good hills out here. Nice warm up. There's the headlands of the lake. Again, all the trees from the drought were sitting there growing and trying to reach the water, so there's really a little forest in the middle of the lake. Full of green trees. San Gabriel Dam. There's a road down there. It's a dam, it's a low dam. Oh, there it is, it's in front of us. It's a rock dam, earth and mound and rock. No apparent spillway. I guess there's some kind of a drainage system through there. Maybe a hydroelectric. Bigger dam. This is the upper dam, the larger lake, I think. Wow, like a terraced set of earthen parts, big earthen mound with cut-ins, like roads. Oh, there's a spillway on this side, big spillway, major, wow. The road has a small area here and there with some room on the right side of a white line. Not really a bike lane. Road itself reasonably wide though, good. Look at that spillway, wow. I wonder if it got over the top during that huge rain. A number of California dams exceeded their bounds. Oroville Dam did. It's all Northern California though. It's hard to believe we're already at 1,500 feet. Don't know where we started. Probably at 600 feet. Climb over the top of this dam and I think we'll descend a ways. Only 5 miles in. Good amount of work. Certainly not like a regular bike ride. Ah. Wow, second lake's much lower, much lower. Hard to believe all that rain happened. And all we've ended up with is about I don't know, a third of a lake. The lower lake's a lot more beautiful. This one feels industrial, almost like a mining site. Probably because of how huge the banks are, the brown banks, indicating where the water was supposed to be. Wow, I bet it's 50 feet low. It may only be half full, or maybe a third, I guess, third. Huge dam above it. It's obviously intended to hold a lot of water, but after this last year, if we can't fill this lake, I don't think it's going to happen. This is a thing of the past. We just don't get really wet years in Southern California. Kind of weird looking. It's got some islands. Inescapable the way the terracing makes it look like a mining site. It's the second big lake. Mile 6. 3 miles to our turn. Wow, beautiful vista up here. Beautiful. Cresting at 1,600 feet. This water also is lending to the mining or industrial theme. It's like a definite chalky quite murky, ugly green, almost like an effluent green, like the output of a huge mine or something. Not much to look at. Must be some story behind that whole thing. Maybe considering, look at how the dam has spilled all the dust, this orange dust from all the soft orange rock. The price dissolves in the water. Whereas the first lake looked like a fishing lake, and yet no fishermen I could see. I sure think it'd be great for that purpose. This one here, I wouldn't even put my foot in. So we actually have 3 lakes then. On the map it looks like 2. 2 dams so far, 2 lakes. Then we turn, we catch a lake. Here's our descent. (1,600 feet). Good view of this lake and what the whole thing is, what like that color. I don't know, it just looks ugly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got a bunch of wind out here today too. Wow, wow, chalky, gray, orange. Dirty looking lake. Jumping down to the lake level, looking for a right turn, 1.4 miles. Wow, there have dune buggy races down there. That's how dusty it is. I guess it's sand, maybe. I remember that now, vaguely. There's this bridge we crossed. I think that's how you get in there. Yeah, you drive down there on these 4-wheel drive vehicles, and they bring their dune buggies and other kinds of vehicles and motorcycles, and people are watching from up on the hillside here. I guess this is a local scene. Yeah, it's looking familiar. There's our right turn. Approaching East Fork Road. It's fairly obvious because you have to continue a loop. You have to stay right. Here we go, there's a bridge. Canyon shooting park, not very helpful. Anyway, do not continue straight. I guess there's Crystal Lake forward. I've never been there. East Fork San Gabriel Canyon is where you're going. Right turn, East Fork Bridge. Okay. And there are all those vehicles. What a lot of people out today. This is a huge scene out here. Mile 9, right on schedule. Okay, that's our turn. More big hills. Road's in a lot worse shape too. Way different road. Less room. Beat up road. Just full of fissures. Making a huge dust storm down there. You have to see that this basin would have been full of water at some time theoretically, but honestly, I've never seen it look much different than it looks today. Even in the drought, it looked about the same as today. More big bluffs. That lake there, that canyon with all the dry space down there, there's a river in it. You see right down below there, it's orange at the bottom. Otherwise a greenish color. Now it's back to pretty clear, but small, just a thin thread. Considering all the water that fell, I just can't believe how dry it is. It just looks the same as it always did. Only the first lake looked much better. Well, even though the road's kind of beat up, it does feel better out here. You can tell the traffic level went to just about zero. A few cars here and there. I think the people are actually going out that park there, or that bridge. They drive down somewhere to the riverbed, or they watch from above. And that looks like that's the current thing they're doing at this area. So quiet out here. Of course, without water, I don't know, it loses a lot of its charm. Just a dry valley right now. For bicyclists, though, it's the sort of thing we like. A little more privacy and still get all the beautiful trees. It feels very remote. Nice scene here. I got some nice little shade here. Beautiful. Wow, feels good. In the summertime, it's quite hot here. One year I got into the climb, the base of the climb, turned right and checked the weather. The temperature was 100 degrees, or maybe 105, and it was ridiculous. Insane. And this exposed area here with this certain kind of rock just seems to bake. It's like a brick oven effect. Here we are. So we just crossed the river just there, this tiny little creek now, and this is where we start noticing some construction, just plots of land have been developed. See the railing up here, the stone railing. There's no reason to put that railing in the middle of nowhere. It's the sort of thing you do to dress up an area for tourism. So that's probably what its original purpose was. So this feeling we have here, mile 12, 12.6, the next 2.5 miles or so we get this sense of some settlement here. The river now on our left, and then camping down below, right there. Some structures, cabins, and a lovely little creek at this point. I'm guessing a storm flood, if it ever flooded, it would just wipe out that area. It's all right next to the creek. So I guess it's summertime camping, maybe. There are big mountains around here, so for sure there is a flood stage here. But here we have houses. Big change all of a sudden. We start from 2.5 miles of nothing, rough road, hills, and bam, all this stuff here. So maybe it's a little community. Camp Williams. So that's what I mean, Camp Williams. This sort of name they'd give some camp back in 1957 or something. It might predate that. Little benches along here to sit and look at the river. Trees, especially planted. I love this stuff. This makes the whole ride worthwhile. Just this little piece. I love the way this is done. Reminds me of my youth. Places we went when I was younger. Big mountains all around us. Things to sneak in on the river, up the dam system, over the dams, up and down along these bluffs along the river. But nothing like being on those mountains. That'd be incredibly high and steep. So lucky. At a certain point, of course, our luck will run out. We'll have to climb out. Straight up on those mountains. One of the largest ones in the region. Glendora is not as high as Baldy, but it's big. These lovely trees they planted create picnic tables and spots to hang out. Go for a dip. I tell you, the water's probably really cold. 1.5 miles to our moment of truth. More lovely stuff along here. Lots of people out now. It's like they're day campers or maybe staying overnight at their mobile homes. So San Gabriel Mountains is the region. A variety of campgrounds and picnic areas. I gotta say, I didn't realize all these people came in here. I mean, this would be a lot of traffic, but I guess they came in earlier. Or they came over Glendora. Don't really want these people trying to track us up that mountain because I need some privacy for that climb. But that's a lot of cars. Well, gee, we're ahead of schedule 14 miles. No, we're not. We're on schedule. Shoot. 14 is our marker. And we're here. Okay. So, there's the sign from Mountain Baldy Village, 17 miles. Glendora, 15 miles. So you figure since we're going up and down, we're 7.5 up and 7.5 down. That's what it means. Okay. We're just over 1 hour of riding time. Right turn at all the big signs. All right. We climb out. 7 miles or so top. We should put us at about the 21st mile. Though I suspect we'll get up and roll around just a bit at the top. This is where you really have to have some patience for yourself. climb started about 1,800 feet. At that time, we've climbed about, I don't know, 1,600 feet on the ride. Probably climbed 2,000 feet here. It's 7 miles up. 2,000 feet puts it at 6%. But, parts will be steeper. Oh, and the sunlight is really bright and warm. Overall day, maybe 85 max, probably less. But this heat effect is amazing on this ride. Last time I was here was in August, I think, maybe even July. Boiling hot. So, good thing about this road is it's fairly isolated. There'll be traffic times when people come and go, but I think that's probably more like morning and evening. Being such a twisty mountain road, it's not really desirable for people with their kids and such to drive this road. The ascent from Mount Baldy Village is much more isolated and really quite fascinating. You see those lakes we went by, but from up high, they look nicer that way. But the weather up here in the fall can be quite changeable. Here I climbed Baldy, it probably was only either late August or early September, and we had freak weather pattern change from warm weather in the morning to misting and threatening rain by early evening, and then late evening it rained so hard that a person was killed in a flash flood 2-3 years ago on Mount Baldy, or really on the Glendora section coming up over the other side of Glendora Mountain. So the precaution here is just to make sure you keep an eye on the heavens and look for changes. For instance, it rained here about 5 days ago. That was unexpected. start seeing that road we approached on the opposite side. Another feature of today is looking at these roads below us as we move up them. Things are pretty steep. Wow, motorcyclists are out. Look at that. San Gabriel Mountains. That's the approach road we used, South Fork Road. The river at that time was on our right. I didn't realize we could see it that clearly. Basically folding back on our course, but up high. There's some old brick walls here too, or stone walls, as if they're trying to pave the way to get in there, make the access road a little more attractive. It's a lot of work, so one time this was worth it. Now we're turning off our course. Behind us is the East Fork Road. We're turning inland and up. We're going to go way over those mountains up there. Which makes me wonder which one of these mountains is Glendora, or if the whole thing is. Beautiful, beautiful green forest down below us. Not at all like the dry shrubbery we've been seeing. This is really lush. Must be just the altitude and the water up here from all the rainfall. Not really high enough to reach they call the high desert, which happens above, I think, 5,000 feet. Can now see just how steep the road is in front of us. crawling up this mountain, cut into the mountain, at jagged angle. There we go, another view back. That's the road we came from. Two and a half miles, came about 1,100 feet. Wow, that's a lot. That puts our climb at 5 miles. Well, we'll see. May roll around a bit at the top. I keep forgetting. There's that road. Going back. Even beyond it, you can see the road we came in on. Pretty cool stuff when you're going this steep to see everything, because the road keeps folding back around the mountain. There we are. It's our approaching road. Yeah, this is changing up here now. Seeing all these very unusual plants. I guess they're meant for high wind areas. Reminds me of Carmel. Unusual ones, they stick out from the rocks. They're just growing between the rocks. Exactly like Big Sur. The whole coast is like this, very windy. Air temperature's dropped quite a bit. We're in a little bit of shade. Getting some altitude, 2650. Wind is blowing everywhere. Seems like every time we turn it blows in our face. I think it blows along the channel here. Follows the shape of the mountains. Generally it would have to be from the warmer area, which is down low, to the cooler area where there's up here. I think it has to flow this direction. Wow, look at that road. There's a vista for you. 2 motorcycles coming up. See the entire road we just climbed. Wow. The drama. Glendora, baby. Ah. Okay. About 1,100 feet more of ascent today. Kind of nice up here. The air is very fresh, I'll say that much. Just a different feeling. Probably a thinner air. Certainly lighter, cooler, very invigorating. Saw those motorcycles coming up this mountain earlier. Here they come behind us. That's that. Lazy boys. I get thirsty up here. clip is broken. My right cleat doesn't work today. Jeez, what luck. Can't pull on my right side. Hilarious. Of all the days, how to lose your right cleat, a climbing day. So I'm just sort of pushing the pedal. Not too safe, actually, on the descent. It would not be very risky. Can feel the altitude. 2,800 feet. We should reach maybe 3,800 today. We'll see. Something like that. We've come 14, so about the 60% through the climb. Jeez. Motorcycles. They must love this road. Nobody's up here. Wow. Let's see if we can spot our own road. We came down that original canyon way down there to the lakes. We actually have perspective on all that stuff. We're high enough to see the actual route we came in on, I think. Oh, there's that big ridge up there. And on the right, I think that's where we cap at Glendora. If I'm not mistaken. That ridge isn't a key spot right in front of us where the light comes through. We continue to the right. Nothing like a good climb to wake you up. There's that road. These tin roads tend to get steeper up high, I noticed. They build them normally and then they run out of space. They just go, okay, whatever, what's the distance? They just build the road at whatever angle gets them up to their ridge. There's no room left. I suspect it'll be the same today. A little bit tougher at the top. Let's see how our time's doing. 36 minutes in to our climb. Feels like forever. Wow. I actually see two folds above us here. Two separate terraces of roads up there. Which means we're going to get hit really hard here shortly. More wind up here indicates we're at the top of something, but 3024 is not high enough to be the top. It's a big ridge up there. All the wind is coming over the top of it. Gotta tell you, it's a short little ride, but going no distance at all. 18.5 miles. Looking at mile 21 at the top, we're still 2.4 miles from the top. Interesting. We don't have 2.4 miles of climbing to do. We only have about 700 feet. Well, let's see, I guess that could be it. Yeah, 6%, 5%. Yeah, now I can't see anything back there. There's some steep pieces. 11%. Ouch. It just stings. Oh. Oh, there's a road and a sign. Interesting. Well, that means our ridge has real meaning. It's a divider, which means we're going to see the road to Mount Baldy. Wow. It's the road I talked about. This scent I really love. In fact, the year was here, climbing Baldy and coming back this way, climbing Glendora on the other side, coming to this intersection. This road was blocked to cars. I guess it has some narrow spots there, and maybe the dirt comes down here and blocks the road certain rainy seasons. I think for the longest time it was blocked. Yeah, wow. This is a big moment. Okay, 3,200 feet in altitude. Mile 19, our ride. Mount Baldy Village, left 12. Actually, be a very cool way also to finish this ride, even just I have a trailing vehicle here behind me. Just go left, go to the village and stop. It's a very nice bike ride. Maybe next time I'll do it that way. Just put some extra rolling stuff in there. Not all downhill by any means. Glendora 9. Well, they've got their distance off on Glendora. That's interesting. No, that's actually right. Glendora's 9. Yeah, that's good. Good. Yep. 28 miles is all this radius. We're mile 19. Okay. Joining our buddies here, coming from the other side. Still got a bit of climbing to do. Not too much more. Anyway, if you want to have a difficult bike ride, just divide the distance by the climb in feet, that net climb, and it reaches, if it's more than 100, it's a hard bike ride. But generally, it's for longer rides. About 30 miles, right about this is the minimum ride you have for that test, otherwise it's too skewed. Today, I'm going to ride 28 miles and climb about 3,600 feet, so it qualifies. Do rides using that barometer, at that difficulty level, you're going to really get fit fast. It's way harder than it sounds like. Good steep stuff here, wow. Climbing up that ridge we saw earlier. That's what this is, the ridge. %. Ouch. Whoa. Sort of pseudo crest here. I know the spot. This may be really it. Gonna roll around just a bit, absorb some distance. We are at 3350, and the altimeters are no more than 5 or 10% accurate, so we may be here. Mile 19.5. Yep. Let's see if we're going to climb anymore or not. I guess not. This is it. Okay, descent with speed, baby. Maybe there's one more piece. I'm not sure how high this goes. This is like a little bump or two on the way down. We're just coming through to a clearance with the lower mountains, just sort of cutting through the last pieces of this upper area. We're definitely on the downhill. Cutting through. Yep. Lots of wind. This descent is a real hanging descent, unfortunately. Because the wind just holds you up. There's the river. There's that big old lake. The first lake we passed, right there. There's your vista. Beautiful, 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 big vista. Oh, look at that. Whoa. There we are. Have a look. Whoa, both lakes. The near lake is the muddy one. The far lake's the clear one. From here, they both look kind of sparkly and nice. Like I said, I think they look better up high than down low. Whoa, that's a bad spot. Okay. Hey, there we are. There's the city, Glendora. Glendora, California, baby. We're about as high as an airplane flies right now. 2,500 feet. Bad bank. that's the main descent. About hour and 104, getting through all those climbs around the dams to the end of the road, East Fork. 48 minutes, I think, to the crest, main crest, 300 feet. Climbed about 200 feet, I think. And then maybe 20 minutes down. That's it. 28.5 miles. 2 hours, 14 minutes, 40 seconds.
Stop.
Wow, pretty good time. It's a pretty extended descent actually. It goes all over the place. We even have a little bit of a climb on it. I think it's about 48 minutes going up, so total climb 32:14. I think it's actually more than that. My altimeter's off. Anyway, that's the Glendora mountain loop. Try it sometime. See how much fun it is.